Hello, hello, hello. It's Radio Free Wall Street. And I'm going to rag on Donald Trump again today. He's there with Kim Yum Nunchucks, a mass murderer. He starved 1 million of his people to death. Tens of thousands have been brutalized in death camps, reminiscent of the horrors of the Nazis. And this guy is getting a pass, okay? Now, let me tell you what I would do. See, if Donald Trump was a real kick-ass kind of guy, I mean a real serious, no playing around, he'd say, yeah, come on over here to Singapore. Yeah, we love you. Give him a nice dinner, Tell him how great he is. Then handcuff him, put him in a black bag, have the Secret Service carry him out with the luggage, get on Air Force One and fly him right to Guantanamo Bay, chain him to the floor and waterboard him. And then we contact his mass murderers in North Korea. Say, okay, guys, here's how this goes. You surrender the nukes. The inspectors come in, or we're going to make you a nuclear hazardous dump from the air. Okay, got it? I guarantee they'd fold away. To give this guy the glory, to negotiate with him and show him how to become a millionaire, Donald Trump saying, look, you need to get into this free enterprise system. You'll get the Mercedes franchise, and you'll be able to cash in big time. We'll build a Trump Tower for you. This is a mistake. This is the wrong thing to do. But, you're not even going to bring up the issue of human rights, okay? And I have a shame that the answer is, if you are a big enough, horrible dictator, if you kill enough people, if you have weapons of mass destruction, if you partner with the right partner, you can do it and have fun. Bashir Assad in Syria has partnered with the Russians. Kim Yum Nunchuk is going to partner with Donald Trump, who's going to guarantee his survivability. And I think it's an outrage. Ignoring the issue of human rights violations is morally unjustified and a serious strategic mistake. Now, what is this all about? Well, Donald Trump, as you are seeing, needs the reality TV show from Singapore, live from Singapore. It's the Donald Trump reality show from the Rose Garden to you now at remote locations around the world. Donald Trump is saving the world today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hurry, hurry, hurry. It's Donald Trump, the savior of mankind. Nuclear annihilation was about to happen. But Donald Trump, with the art of the deal and his keen sense of being able to size up his opponent, crushed Kim Yum Nunchuk, had him weeping at the table, begging for forgiveness, and he said, here's the map of where the nukes are. Take them. I don't want them anymore, Donald Trump. You are so great. Oh, I can't stand being in the presence of such a mighty man. Ah! Remember the Wizard of Oz where the Wicked Witch got a bucket of water and she melted down? I'm dying. Ah! Kim Yum Nunchuk will be the victim of the Trumpenstein. The man who can leap tall buildings in a single bound. Yes, ask anybody who knows him. Stormy says to me, what a dream, what a guy, what a man. Oh, yes. And now, Kim Yum Nunchuk gets a pass. A mass murderer gets to walk free. See, the deal is, what's the lesson? Well, if you're a mass murderer, make sure you got those mass weapons of mass destruction to ensure your survival. Partner with the right dickhead leader, and you do it with impunity. And maybe Donald Trump can have fun with him. Oh, my God. This is a travesty. This guy does not have the ability to annihilate America. He might be able to give a little bit of problem to South Korea, maybe Tokyo. That's about it. Guam? We lose nothing. He can inconvenience us like the World Trade Center, but he can't bring down a mighty power. He's not a pimple on a mighty power's ass. So to kowtow him, to give him this kind of stand, let me tell you, China's watching and go, I like what I see. Poon's going, well, I got a lot more nukes than Kim Yum Nunchuk. What kind of deal are you going to cut for me, Donald? And I got those tapes. So now we are sending the message to despots, to dictators, to mass murderers, to torturers, the evilest, most vile men of our time. It's okay. It's the art of the deal. You can do what you want because Donald Trump's there. As long as he gets the vote, as long as you say, Donald, you are so great. Donald, you are so great. Tap your toes 3 times together. I want to be great like Donald. I want to be great like Donald. You can too. This is a man who's selling out his country. Why? Well, he sold us out to the Russians in collusion. FBI knew it. They were there warning him about the Russians in his campaign. We now know who they were. We know the FBI rightly sent in someone to investigate, didn't determine much information. And we now know that Donald Trump, his son, and his son-in-law, his closest campaign advisors, did collude with the Russians in a meeting. We know that Cambridge Analytica did in fact get the econometrics and all the data on millions of voters, especially the ones in the districts that Donald Trump needed to win, sent it to the Russian Smurf farm, and away they went. The little trolls working day and night getting Donald Trump elected. And you see the results. Now, Donald Trump, thankful for the Russians, made sure that on the G7, as he shit on them, he gave glory to Vladimir Putin, a great man we need to have in this meeting with us. Now he leaves, slights, insults, pisses off our closest allies, flies across the world to one of the most vile dictators of our time, a mass murderer, a torturer, a criminal, talk about a sick puppy. And instead of loading him up in Air Force One in a leather bag and a hood over his head, he's going to make him a hero. Why? Well, because Kim Yum Nunchucks is Donald Trump's secret to survival. See, that guy in the coal mine, let's talk straight. You've known those people. Not the quickest study in the world, right? And so Donald Trump needs to get them, and they need to get them to say, oh, Donald, you are great again. And Donald's going to say, look, I saved the world from Kim Yum Nunchucks. He's no longer a threat to mankind, and your babies can sleep well at night. I got you a coal mine, you can dig even more tunnels. And look, I stopped Russia from dumping steel at half price in America. I saved the steel jobs, and look, more steel mills are opening up. Oh, my God, how great is that? Steel. You can imagine, look, Donald Trump says, listen, if you don't want to be in a Trump Tower deal, maybe you can get in on the Trump steel mill bonanza. In every major city, they'll have their own steel mill. If you don't like steel, try aluminum. Oh, my God, great again. And Kim Yum Nunchucks, well, on TV, broadcasted around the world, Kim Yum Nunchucks sent 2 assassins to kill his brother with nerve gas that came from his signature factory. And now that same mass murderer sits there with Donald Trump talking about, do you pinch or do you pull? I don't know, pinch an inch, I don't know, grab a minch, whatever goes on there, right? And now Donald Trump's going to get him to agree, to give up his weapons of mass destruction, mend his evil ways. I tell you, mend his evil ways. He is going to become part of the World Brotherhood of Nations. Maybe he'll join the G8 or G9. In fact, I think the way things are going, there might need a couple slots open up anyway. Who knows who gets booted out next? So Donald Trump moves down this road of a mass murder, together with 100,000 North Koreans suffering gulags and forced labor, enduring torture, starvation, rape, and murder on a constant basis. Hey, that sounds like fun, huh? And what happens? Nothing. Donald Trump, as long as he gets that Peace Prize, you got to understand reality TV. It's all about the moment. It's all about the headline. It's all about the soundbite. Who gives a shit about torture? I mean, when we're talking about the Nobel Prize, plastic explosives and all. So, Donald Trump moves ahead, becoming, as he said, supremely confident about the meeting. In fact, Donald Trump said things are moving ahead so quickly, he's leaving early. He got a way of doing that lately, you know, but I'm going to tell you this, and I want to be very clear. Absolutely, positively, what an opportunity. You've lured him out of the country. You can get at him. Bring him down in a plastic body bag. Put some vent holes in it so he can breathe. In the baggage compartment of Air Force One. Stop off and go Donald Bay and say, here, have some fun with this one. Then you get on the phone in the Oval Office and go, okay, here's how this goes, guys. We got your leader. We're coming after you next. You want to die or you want to live? Give up the nukes. Disarm. Roll those cannons out of the caves. Sing around the campfire, Kumbaya, my Lord, and you live. And if you don't do that, we're going to nuke you. We're going to nuke you in the middle of the night, and we're going to make sure it hits your underground bomb shelters, and then after we nuke you, we're going to bring the troops in and soften you up, after you soften up and clean you up. This would work. But instead, Donald Trump will get a Peace Prize, do a phony baloney publicity stunt. I'm already dreading the weekend news. Donald the Great Trump saves mankind. The greatest deal of all times. Really? mass killings of the human race saved by Donald the Great Trump. The Nobel Prize Committee will meet in secret and say, Donald Trump, you are the greatest man ever. He gets the prize. And then can you see him? I'm going to slap it on the back of that Ford pickup truck at those tailgate meetings he's going to have all over the Midwest. From factory town to factory town, I saved your jobs. Did you see me kick Canada's ass? Our farmers will not be shit upon again. You understand that? Rivers of milk will flow into Canada, and they will pay us what we want duty-free. Oh, my God. Car companies will close down in Mexico, put it in a box, mail it to the United States, and reopen it. By the way, you can have a steel mill and a car company side by side. Oh, how great America is. And that's all because of Donald Trump and the art of the deal, understanding how to really do deals. In the meantime, think about it. What have you done? What is the other despots thinking when they see this? What about China? What about the good friends of ours, the Iranians, who every day wake up shouting death to America? They understand that if you get leverage on Donald Trump, you can do whatever you want. Oh, my God. So, how does this end up? I can tell you how it ends up. Donald Trump makes a run for the midterms. He's going to see if he can possibly save the House and the Senate and save himself from impeachment. Meanwhile, world leaders are watching going, oh, my God. How much longer does this menace to mankind stay in power? What can we do to hasten the day of no more Trump? That's what they're thinking. That is really the approach they're taking. Counting the days until Donald Trump is gone. Now, is he gone after the midterm elections? Doesn't make it out this year? Does he make it out the first term and he can't get a second term win? Or do we have the curse of Donald Trump for the full 8 years? Oh, my God. What will the world look like? And everyone's asking the question. And it's basically upon the investigators, congressmen and senators of honor to stand up to this thing. Now, it is disgusting. Republicans are shocked at Donald Trump's G7 performance, okay? But all they're afraid to say anything because of the wrath of Donald Trump. McCain was the only one that had a serious set of balls to say this was wrong. So Donald Trump now gets more powerful by the day. He learns how to manipulate the media. He moves in careful formation with a careful plan for the midterms. This is not about free trade. It's not about coal mines. It's not about Kim Jong-un or saving the world from nukes. This is about what Donald Trump needs to do to get himself elected again. And what Donald Trump needs to do, listen to me carefully, to make sure he's not impeached. You know, this whole idea of Donald Trump, the great negotiator, the art of the deal, is so much bullshit. This idea that Donald Trump can save mankind, you're going to be sorely disappointed. The idea that trade wars is going to help the U.S. economy, help the U.S. worker, is one of the most ridiculous propositions I've ever heard in my life. You know what this is? This is a megalomaniac, a sick puppy, who is now running out of control, who's absolutely trying to get the publicity stunt. He doesn't care about the G7 members. They know he knows that they know he's full of shit. He does not care about Kim Jong-un. He doesn't care about nukes. If he did, he would be looking at Russia. Okay, you want to talk about nukes? Or look at China's expansion in the South China Sea, in the Pacific Ocean, okay, in the Indian Ocean. He doesn't even aware of it. Why? Well, brilliantly, listen, he's the greatest showman we've ever had. He is the greatest TV director ever. He tries these lines out, and if they work and they get traction, he goes with it. Nobel Peace Prize for Donald Trump saving the world. What a great slogan. Who do you want to vote for, guys? The man who saved the world? Or Hillary? Or one of her dastardly friends? Midterm elections, look. The deep state is trying to stop me from bringing factories back to America. The deep state is trying to stop me from putting in steel mills. Oh, my God, and coal mines. I want to bring every car in America made in America. If it's not made here, you can't sell it here. How about that? Factory workers, unite behind me. The deep state is trying to destroy our good work. The Hillary FBI agents, the conspiracy, the swamp monsters, they're all coming to get Donald Trump. Come, stand around the White House with your baseball bats and your pitchforks and then save me from the onslaught of the people who seek to destroy me from helping you. If you want your job in a factory, vote Donald Trump. If you want a coal mine, vote Donald Trump. If you want a steel mill, if you want the factories of America great again, and you want to take the jobs back from Mexico, back from Canada, oh my God, back from China, we can do it. It'll be hard. The world's against us. But unite with me, fellow Americans, to make America great again. These unfair trade practices. Trillions of dollars of American wealth has gone overseas. We're going to get it back. We're going to make America great again. Made in America, built in America, sold in America, financed in America. None of those damn foreigners, none, I tell you. And I'm going to build that wall. I've already started the $1 billion wall, and the wall's going to make it tall, and they will fall. Can you see this? This guy's got a full head of steam. Now, fiction is a very dangerous thing. And that's why so many people who live in the world of fiction entertainment die an early death, okay? From drug overdoses, suicides, because they live in a world that's not real. They produce a fictional storytell view of the world that is not accurate. They are paid liars. I mean, that's what an actor and actress is. That's what these movie stars are. That's what these showmen are. But they have great power. And Donald Trump understands that. It's not the art of the deal. That's not what got Donald Trump in there. It's the art of the media. It's the art of the soundbite. It is the art of the spin. Simple, simple thoughts. Make America great again. Drain the swamp. These are the things. Deep state conspiracy. Concepts that conjure up a picture of mysteria and hysteria and uniqueness, and you don't have to think too much about it, okay? I mean, drain the swamp, pretty simple picture. Deep state conspiracy. Democratic, Hillary-loving FBI agents. There was no collusion. Look at these sound bites. They're trying to stop me to give you your health care. The wall, we got to make it tall. Protect America. Protect your daughters from the rapists and the drug dealers coming across, okay? These are concepts that sell. They evoke nationalism. And frankly, every dictator ever came along understood that, okay? And they've taken advantage of the fears of the masses. Now, the problem is nothing can be further from the truth. The problem is that when you tell a lie and you get everyone to believe it, and the people believe it can even pass a lie detector test, and they will die for that lie, it's still a lie. It's still not true. But the damage is done, okay? The cost to society is there. We are removing America from its role of world leader. We are moving America from its role as the freest nation, as the great trading nation. We are devastating our trading partners. We are allowing the trading partners of the Chinese and the Russians that don't have free economies, they don't have democracies, they don't have free elections, and we're allowing them to rise to power. We're allowing them to take over the world. We should be leading the world to growth in Africa. We should be leading Asia and India. We should be leading Latin America. We should be the ones that are bringing capitalism, the free enterprise system and democracy, the world, and prosperity. Because let me tell you something. When China goes into African nations, when the Russians go in there, they turn the people into slaves. They put in dictators and despots, and they create a vile world. See, if you really want to have a really cheap factory, well, forget this profit sharing. Forget Make America Great Again. Set up a factory in Africa, get the kids to work as slaves, pay off the leaders of the country, get them as part of your algorithm, crony capitalism, I think they call it, and then you prosper. So there's the China way, and there's the American way. Now, the American way makes people great again. The true American way brings entrepreneurism and capitalism. These major multinational corporations are the curse of mankind. These trillion-dollar banks will go down. You know, it's just a fact. Most of the new jobs created, like 80%, are created by small businesses with 50 or less employees. Every great idea came from a small business enterprise. Those big, dumb, idiotic corporations, They're out of ideas. They quench the spirit. They destroy the soul. It's the entrepreneurs, the guy in his garage that made America great again. And Donald Trump's eliminating him. Donald Trump's putting him out of business. Donald Trump wants his crony capitalists, the elite, the ruling elite, to decide who lives, who dies, who prospers, who fails. And everything you see about Donald Trump is about destroying the American way of life. To tell that guy in a coal mine he's going to be great again, really, what are you doing to him? Telling that guy in a car factory he's going to bring more factory jobs, assembly jobs? Really? Are you going to put in steel mills? The world has 50% more capacity to produce steel than it needs. American steel mills are mothballed. So it's not a matter of national security. Why? Well, 30, 60, 90 days, you crank that sucker up. It doesn't go anywhere. So the problem is that Donald Trump's view of the world is incorrect. Donald Trump's way of doing things is evil. And he's cavorting with dictators. Look, he is fighting for Russia, not America. He's fighting to make Russia great again, not America great again. He's fighting for Kim Jong-nunchucks to be able to keep his nukes in a veiled way. This is the horror of Donald Trump. This is the great evil. To sit at a table with Kim Jong-nunchucks and not slap American-made, good old American-made handcuffs on him and shackles and take him back is a great crime against humanity. That's a crime. To exonerate him, to put him on the pedestal, to have America, the President of the United States, the land of the free and the home of the brave, we're supposed to believe in truth and justice as the American way. I believe that shit. And you're cavorting with this evil man? You are making him a hero? What in the hell are you thinking? This is one of these incredible situations that comes along that is the moment that changes history. The moment Donald Trump converts with Kim Jong-nunchuk, the moment we lose the high moral ground, the moment we kiss his ass because he's had a nuke, everyone's watching. Let me tell you something. Nuclear technology is available. You don't think every dictator, every despot's watching going, whoa. You don't think the sides are going, boy, we don't need a 5-star torture center with a room full of these babies. You don't think Turkey's saying, NATO kissed my ass. Around the world, dictators were rising to power. And there have been a lot of them since the Arab Spring, by the way. A lot of evil men are rising to power. You have more dictators in the world than ever before. You don't think they're understanding that, man, nuclear weapon, a little rocket, makes me king. They're not going to come and attack me because I can nuke them. You don't think they're going, what a great idea. So Kim Jong-nunchucks has become a member of the Rocket Man Nuclear Club. Donald Trump blows into town to kiss his ass. Kim Jong-nunchucks gives him the opportunity, the golden moment, the world headlines, Donald Trump saves mankind, Peace Prize, all that shit. Every dictator's looking and go, I can do a deal like that. I like that, because let me tell you what a dictator's afraid of. He's afraid of losing power. He's afraid of being caught and brought to trial. What is every dictator and evil man's dream? To be untouchable. To have the power of the nuke. The power of weapons of mass destruction. What is the one thing they're all working on? Look at the Ayatollah Khomeinis. They're all working on their own arsenal of weapons. Why? Because that's the path forward. That guarantees their survivability. That guarantees their success. That guarantees their regime. And now the lesson is, holy shit. Bashir Assad, he kept his chemical weapons of mass destruction hooked up with the Russians. Nobody's taking him out. No regime change there. Remember one time we called for that. Kim Jong-nunchucks, who was Rocket Man about to be brought down, he negotiates with Donald Trump, does a little dog and pony show, gives him his 30 seconds of glory on the world stage saving humanity. He gets to keep his nukes and stay in power. That's the new world order. This is crazy shit. You want to talk about a crime against humanity? The crime against humanity is Donald Trump sitting across the table from that mass murderer and not calling him out. The sin of the moment is, and we will regret it, you think you can do a deal with this man? You think you can put 1,000 inspectors on the ground and find it? Talk about a needle in a haystack. Holy shit. No chance. No chance. Kim Jong-nunchucks, if he gets away with, will end up nuking somebody someday. And the blood will be on Donald Trump's hands. So we go to G7, we piss on our partners. Instead of bringing the world, by the way, we've been reducing tariffs steadily for 70 years. Okay, why stop now? Okay, yes, the tariffs are too high. Sure. There is a disadvantage to America. Do you want to know the reason why? Because we are so good at what we do, we devastate them, and they know it. So let me tell you what other manufacturers the world over are afraid of. American engineering, American know-how, American products. Now, they're afraid of the Apple phone, even though it's not made in America. But it's an American product. It's American technology. And we lead in that. And Donald Trump is selling us out. Donald Trump is eliminating markets. Donald Trump is eliminating where our mind trust goes. And that's a very sad event indeed, my friends. And it's a very sad day. Because he will get the bullshit moment with Kim Jong nunchucks. He will move forward for his Peace Prize. But most important of all, Donald Trump wants to get every Republican seated. He does not want to lose the House. He doesn't want to lose the Senate. And he will do anything for that. Why? Because Donald Trump knows that if the Democrats take over, it's bye-bye Donald.